Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I got part 2 for you guys on using up these scraps from the Floral Couture paper collection by Die Cuts with a View. I still have these scraps left here that I want to use up, as well as these scraps that I'm going to get started with. We still have some little like paper strips, so we still have, you know, quite a bit of work ahead of us. But what we made in part 1, I'm going to share with you guys. So in case you guys want to check out part 1, check that out. So we made a bunch of like these little library pockets. So we made these. And then we made a bunch of file folders, embellished them, add goodies inside of these. We made some small ones. We made some larger ones. And then I also made this little pocket with you guys that has a little like index card piece in there for extra journaling that you can include in a journal. So today we're going to be working with some smaller scraps for sure, because that's what I'm down to. So we're going to kind of work on those smaller scraps together today. And yeah, I hope you guys follow along and enjoy these like craft with me videos. Somebody said in the last video, one of my last videos, that the craft with me video was too long, which is why there is a part 2 for this one. That's why I split it up. So hopefully this is a little bit more manageable and easier for you guys to watch. Okay, so for these 2 larger scraps, I want to turn those into little like vellum kind of pockets. So this one, we're gonna just cut that straight off, cut the rest off. I think this whole thing will turn into it. This one I want sideways. Yep, so this one, we're gonna do like a little vellum piece. Maybe let's make this a little shorter, like 3 1/4. And I want to cut out like a little square. Now, if you have dies are going to be the easiest to cut out little squares out of these. So I'm going to go see what dies that I have in my stash. So I found this little Polaroid camera thing. I think I'll do that one with this one right here. So we'll cut that out there. We might be able to still do something with this one as well. Like maybe just a regular Polaroid vellum piece and then just decorate with yeah, maybe I'll do this with solid cardstock so we could decorate with some pattern paper, but I will cut that one out here. This one I'll cut out with some solid. Okay, so I don't seem to have like a rectangle or square that I like. So I'm just gonna do a hexagon. This is the hexagon double stitch die set from Scrap Diva Designs. So many different ways to use that, you guys. I turned it into pockets and everything before. And so here I'm thinking, yeah, we're gonna die cut this out right there. I want to do it off to the side a little bit. I don't want to do it in the center. I want to do it off to the side. So I'm gonna die cut this out on the side there, just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna get these die cut out and I'll be right back. Actually, I just decided to bring this over here and share with you guys. So I'm using my Sizzix Big Shot. That's what I use to get some die cutting done. So I'm just gonna put 2 of these in here right now. I have a lot of stuff on my desk, so this is gonna be a little hard to share with you guys. Okay, so I have my hexagon and my little Polaroid on there. And yep, this is gonna shake the camera. This is not gonna work. Let me zoom out a little, maybe that's better. Okay, and I'm just gonna come back this way. There's like no space on my desk, which is why I don't really like die cutting on camera. Okay, so we got that cute little Polaroid. We got this leftover square. I mean, if I cut that properly, I could have used that as another frame, but I didn't. And then here we've got the hexagon. So that's die cut out as well. And plus a hexagon shape after that. I want to fix this. I feel like we could fix this somehow. I don't know. I think we can make that work. I'm gonna try to fix that in a second. And then I'm also gonna die cut this larger Polaroid so we could use up some other scraps trying to decorate it. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna move those out of the way. I do want to straighten this guy out. I think we could fix him. So here, I'm gonna just line up some pieces. Okay, so now we've got like pretty much that straight edge. If I didn't cut so close. Okay, we gotta straighten up the top there. And then the side. And the bottom a little bit. Okay, so that could be another little frame. Just trying to use up my scraps. We're doing a pretty good job though. Okay, so next up, I am gonna round these corners. Make it look more like a frame, I guess, just like the other ones. Okay, and I want to add like a little vellum piece underneath it. So this one needs a bigger piece. This one will work here though. And these you can then glue on 3 sides in like a journal, and you'd have, you know, a little like window. Or you can then tuck in a tag or a photo. And you could do like acetate or something clear as well, but I wanted to do vellum today. All right, so you got that little window right there. Let's do this one. I have this scrap right here. That's not gonna work. Okay, let me get some more vellum pieces. Scraps could definitely come in handy sometimes, so I have these scraps here. Okay, so I've got this one, and I've got this one. Okay, that's too short. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna go all the way around with some glue. And I'm gonna put this down here. And I'm gonna have like the die sets linked down below, whatever I could find. definitely be able to find all the Scrap Diva ones. The other ones might be a little bit trickier. I'm gonna round these corners as well. I think it looks nice with the rounded corners. Look how cute. It's gonna be such a cute little window in a journal. I'm gonna hold on to these too because maybe I can punch out some hearts or something with that. Okay, and then there's this window. Little Polaroid. Okay, so I'm gonna glue that right there. And then cut around it. Okay, and we still have this last window up here. I think I need a, nope, this will work, okay. So I'm gonna put some glue on here. I thought the other one was my last one, but I forgot about this one. You guys could see I'm just using my scraps of vellum and they are working. How stinking cute. Okay, now I want to decorate these just a little bit. So this one is gonna go like this one's gonna go sideways, and this one's gonna go like this. So I just want to decorate them a little bit, this one especially because that one doesn't have like a pattern, so we need to put a pattern on him. And I'm thinking, yeah, we don't have any pink, so we'll do some pink on this guy. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I want not the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to cut it at a little less than 1 inch by 3 1/8. Okay, so 3 1/8 and a little bit less than 1 inch. And I'm going to round these bottom corners a little bit. That did not work out as planned. Okay, it's okay though, because we're gonna decorate this with some embellishments and things. We're still gonna add stuff to that. Trying to see what. You know what? Okay, let me move this out of the way. I'm gonna look into my little strips of scraps here. Okay, we're gonna use this guy. Make that into like a little fishtail. And this could go up here. also have this. Okay. I think I like that, and I still need something down there. Let's find a little word. Okay, I think we're just gonna glue that down. This doesn't have to be like perfect. It's meant to be like a fun little embellishment or something in your journal. I mean, you don't want it to look terrible. You want it to look good. Okay, I do need something on that side though still. Let me see. Okay, and I'm just gonna rip this. Get like a nice little ripped edge. Yep, that's gonna go right there. I just felt like the whole pattern paper was a little too short, so I wanted to add some more back into it. I think that looks nice. And then actually, let's rip this up some more. We might throw that in here. Make it look a little scrappy, or put it right there. I think I like it there. So all we did was flip it, ripped it some more, and there we go. Okay, feel free to add like a flower up on top, some kind of little embellishment up there. I don't really think I have flowers. I have this one. I'm trying to find from my sticker sheet. I don't like that color there, so we're gonna put that back. But maybe I'll add in, you know what, maybe we'll just punch out a heart. Let's see, I like that yellow, so maybe if I could find a heart. You know what, we're gonna paper piece this heart together. There's the bottom of my heart. Here's a craft cardstock scrap. Okay, so I'm gonna glue the bottom of that heart, and then I'll punch out the top. Let's do the top. I kind of want that pink again, just to tie in some of those colors. Or actually, maybe we could do the other side. And I'm just gonna rip it. And that ties in some of those colors there. Okay, and I'm gonna glue that down. All right, so we have this one embellished and ready to be glued down on 3 sides into a journal. So there's that. And let's see what we're gonna do with these other ones. I feel like these ones might be a little bit easier to embellish, so I'm not entirely sure. Trying to use up some scraps from my strips of paper. And then I just need a word. I think I like that. So I'm gonna glue that down. Okay, so there's that one. And then these two. I think this one's going to be the trickiest one to decorate, but I feel like maybe we could just punch out a smaller hexagon and maybe we can make it work. Well, that wasn't a good punch because it cut off a part of it. But if we do it on the end there, okay, and let's see. These are so cute. I would like to use a flower, so I'm just grabbing a flower from my sticker sheet. I think I like that. So we're just gonna randomly glue this down. I have this little heart too that I think I want to add. No, I don't think I do. I take it back. But let me see if I have another one of those flowers. I do. So maybe I'll do another one of those flowers that I have from the other sticker sheet and put one down here, but let me use the other one. Hold on. Wait, it's the same thing. Okay, so when you glue this into a journal, like I said, you're just gonna glue it down on the 3 sides, and then you could tuck like a little tag behind there or a photo, but it's a cute another little embellishment that can go inside your journal. And then let's do this one. Let me see. I'm gonna look for a word. Okay, we've got this scrap here, we could tie that in. And you guys could just see, I'm just randomly putting stuff together. Oh, wait a second. I have some scraps of tulle, and this can add a little bit of dimension, not dimension, but some texture. Some scraps of tulle from when I made my tulle paper clips. I like it. The only thing like with this is that I normally use hot glue to get that to stay, but we're gonna try with my Barely Art glue. Okay, I mean, we're gonna be gluing stuff on top of it anyway. I'm wondering if the heart will work on this one. The heart sticker. Yep, I like that. And I think I'll do another heart sticker because I have some more on my sticker sheet, and I think I'll put one up here. There we go. We've got a little bit of tulle peeking out, but I think it adds a little bit of texture, some fun texture to that. All right, so we just got these 4 little like vellum pocket window things, however you want to use them. So we just did some of those. Let's see what's next. Okay, I think we need to start tackling, okay, hold on. Trying to get organized. I do want to do some little like ticket embellishments. So I think we got to start cutting out some little tickets. I have like the bases of the tickets to make them like little like ticket flip out things. So I have those made. It's just the ticket part now, like these larger pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna die cut those. So I'm gonna be die cutting a lot now, actually, you guys, and it might look a little crazy in a second here, but I want to be able to die cut a bunch at the same time. Actually, before I even do that, I think I want to turn these into little pockets for these little things. So I'm just going to fold that over, kind of like how I did at the end of the last video. And you know what? You might be able to do like a teeny little hinge that I could probably fold in. So if I have enough to do a hinge, then why not? So it's gonna be a little hinge, and that way I could just fold that in and glue it on top of there. I know I'm gonna have a little bit of overhang. I will cut off the rest in a second. Okay, so flipping that over, cutting off the extra right there. Okay, and then I'm going to, actually I could probably use this to punch out a little notch. I think I might have liked the circle punch better for that. Let me see if we could go back in with the circle punch and fix that a little bit. Okay, yeah, I think I like the circle punch better for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this right there, but then also a little strip at the bottom just to close it up. Some little pockets. And then these will be good for these little index card pieces for some extra journal space. Okay, so there's that one. I do want to make, I think, let me see, what can I do with this guy? If I have another large enough scrap, this would be a cute little like flip out booklet, but I would need to find, actually no, I don't really need to find it. Let me take out my hexagon die again, because the background, since we have this one, the background we could kind of piece together and we can make it work. Okay, so I think it was this one. Yep. So I'm gonna die cut this out in a solid. Okay, right there, I'm gonna die cut that out, and then I'll also be able to die cut out little bits and pieces, so I could probably use this square. And we're gonna paper piece here, I think. So I really like that. Okay, so I think we're gonna paper piece a little bit. So I'll like die cut that out and then paper piece the top and bottom. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna die cut all of that out. Okay, so I cut out my hexagons for the inside as well. And then I did a background piece because this one we're gonna paper piece together to make a background. Actually, I'm gonna glue it on this side. And then this guy, I'll just rip. That looks so pretty. I'm wondering if I should just keep that as the front because it looks so nice. Let me see if I were to decorate that with a word. I'm really liking these words, having these words on hand, you guys. Okay, I think I like that. Or I could just do it here. Yeah, I think I'll still keep this as the back. But anyway, this is gonna be my cover. Actually, I think I need one more piece like that, just so that my covers are sturdy. Okay, so I'm gonna glue these guys, this cover, to the back piece, just to make it sturdier. And this is like those little like notebooks that I like to make. The idea that I got from Covered by Grace Creations, because she made some of these cuties. So then I'll do this page, then I'll do this one, this one, this one, this one, and then this will be the back piece. Okay, just like a little booklet like that. And I'm just gonna grab a little brad. Actually, I think I'm gonna do this color. It's like a dark brown. And then I'm just gonna use my little pokey tool, and I'm gonna poke a hole through the top here. So just trying to hold them all together. Moving around a little bit. There we go. Okay, so the hole is poked through, and now I can just put this brad through and flatten it out back there. And then this kind of gives me this little booklet, so you can journal on there, add photos to it if you'd like. I mean, technically you can take it apart, use that as a guide to cut out your photos, and just cut out your photos in that size. And that would just be like a little cute booklet. And which way does this go? This way. Yeah. And then, is it this way? This way, right here. And then I can glue down this word. And there's my little booklet here. That's another thing we were able to make with some scrappies. I feel like I need some color in there, so I'm going to try to add a couple of hearts from my sticker sheet. Okay, so we got that cute little booklet as well. I wanted to make more of these, but I don't know if I have enough enough scraps. Okay, so that one I think we could just decorate like that. Maybe we'll put like a heart behind it. So let's, oh wait, I have this flag that got cut out from when I was cutting out this scrap back here. It's the top part of that. So it kind of just looks cool. Oh, that could actually be like a second pocket on there. Oh, that's cool. Look, using up our scraps, you guys. So I'm just gonna glue that down on the 3 sides, and that could be like a second little pocket. How fun. Look at the different ways you can use up your little scraps, you guys. Okay, and then I'll decorate that with the little sentiment that says happy girl. And that will just go directly on that pocket. And then I have like this blue dyed paper scrap. So maybe if we fold him in a few times, then it'll fit. So let me see. That one opens like that, like that. Okay, that looks good. And that can be in that little pocket right there. I'm just gonna make him a little shorter. Look, double the place to make a cute little something, to write a little something, I guess, and to add to like a little journal. So that is cute. We got to use up that scrap. Okay, now let's keep on going. Okay, I still have some of these larger scraps. I keep putting these off. So these guys I'm gonna turn into, I think, little matchbook notes. So I'm gonna fold that like that, and then fold that in again, and then hold on. Then I'm gonna grab my scoreboard. So right where that other fold is, that last fold, I'm gonna fold, do like a little less than ½ inch. No, I am gonna do a ½ inch. Okay, so then we have another fold there. Okay, so that's gonna go like that, and that's gonna fold inside of that, and then I'm just gonna cut off that little piece there. Just want to make sure that still folds. Make him a little shorter. Okay, so my little matchbook note is gonna go inside there. And then this cover is gonna have to be a teeny bit shorter. And I'm gonna do little corners. And you know what? I think we're just gonna use up some more index card scraps. So let's see, these are gonna be about 1 3/4 by, let's do like a little less than 1 3/8. So I'm just gonna grab a couple. So 1 3/4 long. So I'm gonna cut this at 1 3, a little less than 1 3/8. I think it'll just be easier if I hand cut this other one. Okay, and then we said like 1 3/4, right? Okay, I usually like to do like just a few pages, so I actually have too many. So let's go with 5 pages, I guess. This we're gonna glue against itself, that piece. Hope you guys are following along. And then I'm gonna fold that in. This, I'm now going to put these in there. They're a little too long. Okay, and then I'm gonna staple that bottom with like a little tiny attacher. I have like that Tim Holtz, this teeny tiny, you know, teeny tiny stapler. So I'm just punching 2 holes or 2 staples at the bottom, and then this is gonna fold into there, but it's still a little too long with my staples. And it's just like a little matchbook note space. That's really cute. Okay, see? And you could just write some notes on there. It's so cute. Okay, so there's that one. I think we're gonna make a couple more of those. I mean, I have the paper scraps. This we could turn into like this little pocket here, actually, because it has that cutout piece from the hexagon still. So that would be cute. Okay, let's turn that into like a little pocket. Look at us, guys. We're really thinking outside the box and using up our scraps in like weird ways. Who am I right now? How am I thinking of all this? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so there's that, and then I think I'll just round the corners on the top of that, make that look cute. And we could probably fit in some little, a little note thing in there. So I'm gonna go with something like this, I think. Is that tall? Trying to see if this will fit in there. I think it will. I just okay. I'm gonna cut off this piece, and I want to put a few of those together. Okay, so we could do like 3 little pieces. Oh, my little pocket opened up there. Okay. Okay, so that will work just like that, but I want to put those together now. So I'm gonna grab a little scrap. Let's use this. And I'm just gonna, well, first we'll make it flat, or like even with this. And then I'll just fold it over there. And then cut off a little. So I'm gonna get rid of that circle top piece there, and then I am going to take this to my sewing machine, and I'm just gonna sew across the top. So then that will be a cute little journal spot, and then these will all stay together. Okay, so I just sewed across the top there, and this is a cute another little like journal spot, and we'll put that right in there. Very cute. And then we can embellish that with a word. We're trying to find something small. Okay, so we're just gonna stick that on there. Actually, we're gonna tie in some of this yellow too. Turn that into a little flag. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, we're making all the cute things. So many cute things. I'm loving this right now. I really am. It's turning out really adorable. And I didn't even get to do like my ticket embellishments yet or anything else that I wanted to make. We're making cute little things, cute little journal things. Okay, so let's see. I have this piece. What can we do with this? I mean, this could probably be like another little thing. This one definitely can be. I really like that. That is so cute. I do need to use up some more of these thicker scraps. Okay, I think we're just gonna make more little embellishments. But I really like that die cut out piece right there. I think it's so cute. I mean, this one was die cut out because you could see the stitching, but these other ones, I think I'll just punch out just to make it a little easier. Okay, so that one could go like that. Where's my bone folder? Okay, I think some of these are definitely gonna, I like this, but I don't like the pattern on the back. So this one, I think we're gonna, yeah, I think we're just gonna glue that down. I like those little pockets. They're very cute. So this guy, I'm gonna glue down on the 3 sides. So this one we're paper piecing 2 pieces together to make that one work. And this one could get like a larger something inside. Okay, so we have a couple more to embellish here. But there, that one's like, I really like how that turned out. Like, that is so cute. Okay, let's do another. Okay, so we have a few more right there. Let's still make a couple more. This one's gonna be little. Okay, I still like this one. Yeah, let's do a piece of this. I should be using like a larger punch now. Where's my larger hexagon? I don't know. Where did I put it? Okay, here's my larger one. That way I don't have to keep cutting out those corners. Okay. I mean, that was not really even. Let's do that again. Okay, that's better. And then, so I'm just gonna glue this down and kind of see. Trying to arrange him in the middle, and then we'll cut off the ends. Okay, very cute. So now we just need to finish decorating them and add some little embellishments and things. I'm going to also make a couple little flags that I can add again. Possibly. I still don't know what to do with this other. You know what? This one we're going to turn into a matchbook. So we'll do something like this. Okay, I'm gonna score at the end there. score 1/2 inch after that, and then we're gonna cut 1/2 inch after that. Wasn't straight, but that's okay. Just eyeballing all the things today. Okay, so that's gonna fold, that's gonna fold again. There's my little matchbook. This is obviously gonna have to be shorter. Okay, and I just need my pages to go in there. So now we're gonna focus on all these pages because we have a bunch we need to make for all of these. Okay, so here's one scrap. We can possibly use that down here and match that. Okay, so I'm gonna fold this in half. See what I'm working with here. Okay, that's gonna work there. So I'm gonna go ahead and stitch on that. And I'm just gonna do the same thing for all of these. I already showed you guys one, so I'm just gonna do a couple more and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I just finished making all of these. So these ones I did with the little like stitching on top. I did a couple without the stitching, so these ones are just little like fold out things because I had those, and these are just super duper tiny, and they're already a little like hard to get in here. So I felt like if I did a bunch of like loose papers, it would be even harder to get in because the folded piece is already harder to get in, but they do go in. So they're super cute. And then I had a couple of like the horizontal pieces left over, so I just used another little scrap and I just made little booklets, so these could be little tuck spots in journals. And then I finished the little matchbook, so I did that. All right, so we have all of those little embellishments. Now I really need to get to some die cutting. So we're gonna die cut out a bunch of things I'm gonna share with you guys. Now that we finished all of the larger scraps, we could get to the smaller ones. And like, these don't even seem like larger scraps, but they were. Okay, so now I'm gonna work through some smaller scraps. Like I said, I did want to die cut out these tickets. I do want to figure out some other papers that I could die cut out some tickets with as well, so I can make some little ticket embellishments. Another thing I'll be die cutting out, and these are just from the file folder die set. So that's linked down below as file folder die set, but these are part of that die set, those little ticket things. Then from some other die sets, so I have this, oops, I have this postage stamp mini album die set. So part of this die set, you also get these little mini stamps. So that's what I'm going to be die cutting out, making some little mini stamp embellishments. So one of these stamps cuts out the whole like frame, which is this one. And then this one that has the inside, you can cut out the pattern paper layer, but you also get the layer like around it, which is what you guys were seeing I was using in some of my embellishment projects. So for example, here, this was part of that postage stamp, and I was just kind of using it to add a little bit of interest to some projects. So I'll be using that. On top of that, from the A2 gift box die set, also by Scrap Diva Designs, the A2 gift box. Part of this die set, you get these little mini envelopes and a little thing to go inside. So they look like this. I did some already. So I die cut it out with like the background with just like a craft cardstock, and then I did the pattern paper, which is great to use up little teeny scraps of paper. And then you just have this piece, which is your like a thicker cardstock. And these just kind of look like this. So when you glue these down onto your project, you would glue it down on the 3 sides, and then I guess you could glue this part down to wherever it's like the original color. So you want to make sure that this will still work and fit to go inside. But yeah, so it's a bunch of these little envelopes. So I'm going to be making some more of those and die cutting out the pattern paper, because I already die cut out a bunch of the solid for the insert and everything. I just need to do basically the pattern paper, so I will be doing more of those. So that's from that die set. And then on top of that, I started cutting out a bunch of these small paper clips, also from Scrap Diva Designs die set. It's her heart-shaped paper clips. So I'm just using the small size. And this is great to use up scraps also. So I die cut out a bunch of the solids already, and I like to glue 2 or 3 layers of 110-pound cardstock together before I put on the pattern paper layer. So I have a couple here that I didn't finish embellishing them or anything like that yet, but that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going through all my scraps, seeing what I can still die cut out. So for example, I have this scrap here. I can die cut probably a ticket. I want to do more tickets, so I probably could do a ticket there. And then here, I could probably fit a paper clip, maybe. Could maybe fit a paper clip. Yep, so I could fit a paper clip just right there. So I'm just going to go through all of my scraps and do some die cutting and yeah, just see what else I could make. I'm going to go through all of that, you guys, and see what scraps I can put down and what else I can die cut out. So here I did want to do another little ticket. You know, I'm just going to do that one after. But I'll do this paper clip. So you could do a few different ones like at a time. Just pull together your scraps and arrange them all on here, and that'll be less hand cranking in the long run. Like less times you'll have to hand crank if you just put them, all the different dies all together and run it through kind of once. I've got my paper clip here, and I'm just gonna like sit down and glue them afterwards. Right now, I just want to make sure I'm using up my scraps. Okay, so I'm gonna keep doing all that, and I'll be back. Forgot to mention, and I have made these before in some other video, but I also have this die set, and I'm just gonna make more of like those little notebook things. I think I did the hexagon one. I don't know if it was in this video or the previous video. Here, no, this one. So I did a little hexagon one. I'm gonna do some floral ones. So the floral ones I'm gonna die cut out in solid cardstock, but I'm gonna do a pattern paper layer with this. It's just a circle, and this is a 1.5 inch circle punch. So wherever I have like a big enough space, I can then do like the covers, and then the outside is just going to be like a solid. So I'll be able to get some little circles from some, you know, scraps as well. All right, guys, I got some die cutting done, and I need to speed this up a bit because, guys, I don't know. I don't even know how long this video is, but okay, so I'm starting off with my little flower notebook embellishments. I decided to do a gold outer cover piece, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm just gluing these down in the center, and I'm gluing the gold down to just some craft cardstock just to make it sturdier. The gold itself is not like sturdy at all, so just making it a little sturdier. Okay, and then these are my inner pieces. Okay, there's gonna be one little notebook there. This one, I already glued down the like craft cardstock to the gold. So pretty, you guys. Okay, so there's that one, and I have the inner layers. And then the last one. So I'm gonna have 3 of these little notebooks, for the floral ones at least. Okay, I'm just gonna grab 3 brads. I think I'm gonna do the 2 dark ones, and no, let's do a 3 gold actually. And this guy, I think, which way does that flower go? I think I'm gonna go this way, and I'm just gonna try to poke a hole there. Okay, so there's that one notebook, and they each have 5 pages on the inside. Okay, so we got the 3 little notebooks done. I'm gonna finish up some of these little envelopes. I have enough cut out for 3 more, so I just need to add the layers on top, the pattern paper layers. I just don't remember which way they go. Okay, so I know one of them is gonna be the black. And I just don't know which way these go. Nope, I think that one goes on the other side. Okay, that one goes there. And I think I'm going to change this from a pink mat to a white one. Okay, and this one, like I put onto a scrap piece of cardstock just so you can glue that down completely, but they do normally come like this. I don't think that one goes on that side. It's so hard trying to figure out which way they go. Okay, I think that one goes there. I'm trying to hurry up because I ran out of storage space on my phone yet again. So I'm trying to quickly get these embellishments done, even though like the embellishing part is gonna still take some time. But once my camera dies again, or my phone goes out of storage again, I think that's gonna be it. Because that just means that this video is getting extra long, and I tried to split it up into two parts, and then so I did split it up into two parts, and then I realized that the first part is still like 2 hours long. Just like, what am I doing? I think I want the white piece for that one. Okay, all right, so we have some cute little envelope embellishments done. Okay, let's see. Let's do the stamps. So the stamps, I'm only gonna have 4, and one of them is like a scrappy piece that I gotta piece together. And I think I want to pop it up on some additional dimension. So I'm just gonna cut out some scraps of chipboard that I have here. And that's what I'm gonna use to pop it up on dimension. Okay, so we got 4 of those. I'm trying to decide if I want some on pink, or I think that one I want. Ooh, this side is pretty too. I'm gonna do the black and white side for this one. And this one I want on the pink. So just some like little embellishments, you guys. This one I'm thinking I want on the white. And you can add these to tags later or whatever. Just use this like another little embellishment. Okay, this one I'm gonna line up here for a little bit because I need to see how big my other piece needs to be. Okay, so right up until that edge actually. And then this one, we're gonna do the dark color side. I think we're gonna put it on pink so that way we have 2 white and 2 pink. Okay, and I have some extra for another day, but we do need to still embellish these guys. Then I have the ticket things that I need to embellish. And these are the things that I was talking about that I already have like some like fold out pieces. But for this one, so I have a couple of ones that are going to be scrappy ones. No, I need to do, hold on, because I don't know if I want to add them onto here. Okay, I didn't want the fold out ones just yet because I have some pieces that are like scrappy pieces that I need to now put together and figure out how I want them. So like these pieces are probably just gonna get some ripping on there because I didn't have enough for like a full-size piece, but the ripping technique looks good usually. So that way I could just embellish them once I have them kind of laid out how I want them to be. I didn't cut out enough. Okay, so this one, that one doesn't go there. I mean, they could show some craft. It's not like you need to cover up the whole entire thing. But I really like the mustardy kind of paper in here, so I wanted to make sure to use that. So we got some more ticket pieces to embellish. And then this one. Let's go with this side. It's a different ticket. So this one is gonna have to go with this one. Okay, so I'm gonna glue this guy down. I just don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to embellish everything on camera. Okay, and then the last one is this one. I think I wanted it on that light pink side, but oh well. Okay, so lots of little ticket pieces. So those are all gonna need to get embellished, but what I'm gonna do with these, I like to just kind of do like a white gel pen layer on the outside. And I just think it kind of like stands out a little bit more. So before I go and embellish these, this is what I'm gonna do to pretty much all of them. Okay, and then I'm just gonna kind of, yeah, keep going and do that to all of these, even the layered up ones, because I just think that looks nice. And I mean, if you like to do inking, I guess you could just ink the edges of them all. Okay, so I'm gonna finish all of those and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm gonna move those all off to the side and just let that gel pen kind of dry. And while I'm doing that, I'm wondering if I should also do that on these, because I think that might look nice, but no, I'm not gonna do it on those, on the little postage stamps. What I'm gonna do next is now get my paper clips ready to embellish. So I already have the few done, but I cut out a bunch more, and so I need to glue some pieces of cardstock together. I normally do 3, but I was actually looking at this and I think that 2 might be enough, plus the pattern paper layer, because it already looks sturdy and feels sturdy with just 2. And then I was looking at the 3 and I feel like it kind of bulks it up a little bit too much. So I'm just gonna glue 2 pieces of white cardstock together before I add the 3rd patterned paper layer. But I have a lot of paper clips to do as well. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm just gonna finish gluing these off camera, so maybe I can get to embellishing some on camera. Okay guys, so we got that all done. Now it is time to embellish. And so I'm just gonna pull out these little scraps and just try and embellish, and probably mainly just adding words. only thing is, like, I don't have a lot of like other embellishments or anything. Like I have a couple of these scrappy things from the postage stamps, which would look cute. I mean, they kind of look like a ticket at the same time. Or you know what? I mean, I could just probably add a postage stamp behind this on top of it. You could do that too. I don't know. I'm not. I feel like I need stickers. This is just the problem when you don't have little teeny things. I'm gonna try and pull out some stickers, but most of my stickers are not little. But I'm gonna try. So this one, let's try to add that there. And we're gonna glue that down. Trying to make them somewhat like simple just because I don't have stickers. I mean, I could add little like scrappy pieces, I guess. Maybe that's what we need to do. We need to like include some random scraps. But this is what I was thinking here. For one of these, I could add this little like scrappy piece here. And yeah, I know that sticks out a little bit. And on top of that, I need to add my little white border back. But I think that looks better like that. And then maybe we'll add a little heart. Trying to not touch that at the bottom there. All right, so there will be that one. This one, I think we need a little heart. So we'll add it down here. I mean, I have the heart stickers in the collection. Like I'm just using, you know, some scrappies, but from, what is it, this collection, Flower Market by Cartabella. A lot of them are big, so I'm just trying to use up like the smaller stickers right now. Another thing you can do is use one of these envelopes on the ticket embellishment and then put like a word freeze. I think I might do that. We'll do one like that and see how that looks. So we'll put this little ticket on there. And then I just need like a word. Okay, and that will still work like a little embellishment. So that's cute. Okay, so that's another one. Like I said, I am trying to just hurry because I'm very limited here. This one, oh, I think we could put that one there. Get a nice sticker on there. And I even have a word sticker. So we'll do this one that says bloom. So great way to use up some sticker scraps too. Just makes it hard because this is not even like the same collection. This one, what is this thing anyway? Though I kind of like it. I don't know what it's for, that little sticker, but I like it. I mean, it looks vintagey. I think it fits. I just gotta de-stick the other side a little bit where the sticker is hanging off. It's like a powder tool for embossing, but it just helps also de-stick things, so that will go there. I keep forgetting that I have tulle scraps, so I'm gonna try and use some of these because I have them, so why not use them? So I'm just gonna put like a strip of glue there. Try to get this one down. This is where hot glue would work a little bit better. But I'm hoping that stays. You can see it adds just a little bit of texture. Nothing crazy, but just a little bit. So in addition to using up some tulle scraps, you could also use thread scraps, because I am always sewing and stitching and things, so I have a lot of those too. But I started doing some more because of course my phone did die, but that just felt like very unfinished, so I had to start up again. But I want to show you guys because I want to add in some thread scraps here. So just kind of gonna add them on there and then kind of press down with my finger so that some of it stays. I don't want like little ends sticking out. All right, I think we're gonna go with that. I feel like maybe we need to add some tulle to that too. Scrappy embellishments, you guys, but they're turning out cute. And then we have 2 left, and I don't really know how I want to embellish them. I have that little ephemera piece that I could use. Maybe let's make these junk journal-y. I'm just trying to use up the thread and stuff before I have to put my hot glue gun back on the charger, which is going to be in like a minute. There's little like bits and bobs hanging out there, but I think it's cute. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. But I do need to put my glue gun back on the charger. And then we'll figure out this one in the meantime. What I need to do is die cut out some florals. That's what I'm gonna do next. Maybe not today, but in general, I guess, before I do more scrappy projects. Let me know what you guys think of this. I know I'm using like a bunch of like random things here, but let me know how you guys are liking this. Okay, so now I'm up to the paper clips. Now I think I'm gonna do these off camera. It's just a matter of gluing the bits and pieces down, figuring out where I want them to go, and then adding like word embellishments on there and things like that. But I think I'm gonna cut out some more. And I showed how I do this in another video. I mean, the paper clip is pretty much done at this point. It just needs to be embellished. But I did show that in previous other videos. So because my phone has no storage, I think we are going to end this video here today. But check out all the other ones in case you guys are looking for some more inspiration. I'll have some of my other craft with me videos linked down below because they're a lot of fun, and I'll definitely have part 1 linked down below as well, so you guys can kind of check that out. And yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just to recap, we did all of these paper clip embellishments. We did, and hold on, I'm gonna start putting them away. Actually, no, I'm not. So we did all of these embellishments here. We did, oh, I forgot to embellish one. Okay, so I gotta do that little ticket. But we did most of them. And then I have some other little envelopes here. We've got some little mini notebooks. We've got some stamps that I need to embellish, so I'm gonna add that to this pile. We made a bunch of these little like cutie patooties. We made a hexagon notebook. We've made some little like vellum pocket things. Those were a lot of fun. More of these goodies and whatnot. So lots of fun goodies, you guys. And then in the first video, I made all of these. So check it all out. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.